Do, 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 do. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hold on, let me get some shit together. I'm gonna, I'm gonna be looking at a couple of screens. I'm gonna put these glasses on so I don't be looking cockeyed and shit as I be switching. Alright. What's up, Winky?
Hey y'all, I'm just trying to get my couple of devices together so I can see y'all comments.
Oh, yeah, I know, I get it. Let's see.
Okay, okay, okay.
Boom. Okay. Now we're in the game. Now we're in the game. What's going on, everybody, man? Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Um, as I said earlier today, man, you know me, Backdraft and Winky, man, we was gonna try to take over the airways tonight, man. And we wanted to wait till everybody kind of got a chance to sit down and relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I can see Draft, he's on the road, so he doing his thing. Winky, she got her little old stick, she ready to roll. You know what I'm saying? And me, of course, you know what I'm saying. I got my little situation, and the reason why I wanted to call this meeting is because, man, you know what I'm saying? At least the three of us have communicated over what's going on around the Metroplex over the last couple of days, week, so to speak. But not just that. The shit that we do around uh, I wanted to talk about the temperature around the Metroplex, that we deal with on the set, just kind of go a little bit more in depth into that. But also just have a conversation and have a conversation that everybody can join in and be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has their own thought process and what's going on. And I want to preface this by saying we all deal with people of all gender, sexes, and cultures. And so I don't want this to become a culture bashing situation, but I do want us to have a conversation about it, right? Like we have to bring out the realistic side of what's going on in our community, right? So I'll say this, and I'll propose this question to both of you guys, and you can just let me know how you guys want to answer it. I've asked this question: how do we reach our people, right? How do we reach our people to the point where we can actually make an impact on what it is that we do in the conversations and the communications? I've also proposed a question like, is this 2026 or 1926? What I'll do is I'll start with ladies first. Winky, if you want to answer that question, how do you feel like we can reach our people?
So actually the crazy part is it's gonna be hard to reach our people without starting inside the home first. I'm not saying that okay, I gotta back up because I don't want to go right into the trial. But we have to start teaching our kids how to compose themselves in settings like this because we have dealt with this on the regular. Our kids have not. So it's hard for them to maintain things that they have to deal with in life that they've never dealt with before. So we have to start teaching our children at home and start there first before we can even reach the outside community.
Draft.
I mean, I gotta echo her sentiments. It's like it's all about education. I personally don't think we're gonna ever reach our people, bro. I really don't. I mean, because of the simple fact we so in my mind we so behind the eight ball, and it's like shit. We're just behind the eight ball, bro. Because it's like it takes leaders to reach your people. And then when people are trying to be leaders, it's always a resistance. It's always a situation. Now, while I agree that it starts within the home, and educate, and I Wink is 100% right. I totally agree with that. It's like the things that we could endure when we were kids, they can't endure it anymore. Just like, and I don't mean to go to the trial either, but I was talking to somebody about the OJ trial, and I was like, the difference between y'all now and us then is we literally had to watch TV. We couldn't go to Instagram or go to Facebook. You had to watch that dang on trial to see what was going on. And I think education is the key, man. But believe it or not, a lot of people I don't even think want to be educated, man. I mean, it's like I just think that there's no reaching our culture like that. It's really getting worse.
Hmm.
Backdraft, can I tag in on what you said?
Yeah.
Back when we watched the OJ trial, like you said, we didn't have social media, we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have Twitter, we didn't have all that. So we definitely went on what the news said. Nowadays, we said we have so many social media outlets and so many people have opinions, and you can hear more that it's causing more tension with these trials than it did back when the OJ trial went on. You we didn't hear about all this racial tension and stuff like this when the OJ trial went on, because we didn't have social media. If you didn't talk about it in your house, you didn't talk about it at all. Now so many people are voicing their opinion, and you're seeing more and more how far back we are in time. Did we ever get out of slavery, or did they just cover it
Well,
up for a little while?
I think that the first point of slavery, in my opinion, is mental slavery. And we there, man. It's like you got a lot of people. They so dumb. It's like, well, I'm not gonna say dumb. I'm gonna say ignorant. Ignorant means you just don't know. Just like it's okay. People don't understand that 13th Amendment. 13th Amendment calls for the abolishing of slavery under except when you are a prisoner. So when you are in prison, you are literally, in the eyes of the law, subjected to slavery, and it is legal because it is in our Constitution. But and that's what we need to educate our young brothers on, our young sisters on. Hey, man, don't help them make you a slave. You know, I mean, because once you get in that system, I've been in that system before. So it's like, I was facing two counts. Well, not facing, I faced it. Two counts of aggravated assault, deadly weapon. Shot two people. Now, they put 10 years deferred adjudication on me, which is the worst type of probation. Now, I had a public defender lawyer telling me, hey, you take this 5 years they offering, you'll be out in 2.5. In my mind, I was like, hell no, I don't want to go to no prison. I'll take probation because I thought I was free because I wasn't educated, but I wasn't free. I was chained to a system that subjects us to slavery. So during that time uh, of community supervision, I had to be subjected to whatever they subjected me to, and that's what our young men don't understand. They don't understand that once you get to that point, man, I'm telling you, man, and these people will. When I say these people, I don't care if it's black, you could be white, you could be a coon, you can be whatever you want to be. These people will subject you to that. They'll see that it's not right, but still do it and make it wrong in everybody else's eyes. And I know we'll get into that when we talk about the trial, but I don't see how we could impact our people without basically somewhat somehow ruling with an iron fist. And because these YNs are something different. I said to you, Deesky, last night, I said, man, this stuff we dealing with now is a young man's game. And it is. So really, they're the future. Me, you, Winky, there are certain things we just not going to subject ourselves to. We be like, hey, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No big deal because I got too much to lose. That's just how I feel about it, man.
Well, the
But
thing,
that go ahead, D.
what I want to say is this, and I think that in having this conversation earlier, it was brought to my attention that how do you change something that someone's had 35 years of direction doing, right? So, case in point, so if all my life I've been shown the internet and my 35 years have been nothing but social media, right? And I know social media hasn't been around but maybe 12 or 13 years. But let's just say over the last 35 years, all I've seen was social media and 100,000 people having an opinion about what it is that I feel. And our generation, we had 10 people to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's mom, dads, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces, friends at school. It was 10 people. Now, this generation has 100,000 people. millions of people that have differences of opinion that they can actually say, "Oh, well, I believe in what they saying." You know, the only person that we could believe in what they were saying was mama, daddy, pastor, aunts, uncles, grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else was just as lying as we were. You know what I mean? Now, how do you take this generation of social media lights and say, I need y'all to calm down because the shit that you learning on this social media is not working. You know what I'm saying? They've been teaching us how to kill since TV has been invented. When the rifleman comes on, what is he doing? Shooting his pistol, shooting his rifle. When the Lone Ranger came on, what was he doing? Riding that motherfucking white stallion, shooting that gun ahead of him. He had an Indian counterpart that shot bow and arrows. You know what I'm saying? Murder has been something they have been instilling into our lives since we've been watching TV. Look at Tom and Jerry. That motherfucking cat always trying to beat that fucking rat up. That Wile Coyote and the Road Runner. This motherfucker dropping anvils and all this old type of shit. Porky Pig and what is it, Sylvester and all these, man, they've been teaching us, training us to kill since we've been knee high to a grasshopper, and then all of a sudden we supposed to just turn that shit off. Go ahead, Winky.
Oh, so what I was gonna say was, oh, you did take my thought. I don't know. Go ahead. Somebody else talk.
Anyway,
Well, the thing about it, it's like this. We're not gonna do it, bro. I mean, social media is a monster. It
yes.
is a monster. Social media, to be honest with you, social media is the beast. Social media is the unregulated beast. You can put anything on social media. You can be whatever you want to be, as long as if you keep calling yourself that shit long enough, people gonna call you that. And you can be whatever you want to be. And it's like you can put it. It's unregulated. Just like I just saw something where he was saying Cardi B was donating $5 million to get Carmelo Anthony a lawyer. I saw that they had other pictures where the judge and the Austin Metcalf family. It's just so much to where you have to kind of, as a person, you have to detach, because if you don't detach, you'll start taking on that social media energy, man. And next thing you know, you'll start believing everything you see on social media. It's so crazy because and then what it does is it exposes people that you thought were smart people, and you then get to see that no, these people really are ignorant to the fact. Social media is the beast, and the only way you're going to combat it and deal with it is that you have to be on social media. I got friends right now. When they say they're not on Facebook, or I ain't on social media, I'm like, damn, how can you not, in a world such as this one, be on social media? But if you're not used to it and you never started, then it's easy to do. But if it's something that you're used to and something that man, it's just bad, man. It's a beast,
So let
and
me ask you
people can be
something,
like, "What?"
Driver, and not to interrupt you, but let me,
Yeah,
because
go ahead.
could you not be on social media for 2 weeks?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, I've done that.
right.
Yes,
So the reason why I asked that, Winky, could you be off of social media for 2 weeks?
No.
Okay, two different people. I couldn't be off of social media for 2 weeks. I use social media as a tool for my business, right? So because I use it for a tool for my business, I see the benefits of social media. I don't have to be on here. I'm not a keyboard warrior. I don't have to express every thought that I have on social media. So yes, I would not, I'm not gonna die if I'm not on it. But at the same time, because I use it as a tool, it's almost like, cutting a third of my communication with people that I've never met before, or that I've not had the privilege of experiencing before. So I use it as a tool. So no, I wouldn't want to if social media went away, okay, I would figure out a different way of communication or whatever. But at the end of the day, like it's not like I make a ton of money off of social media, but the exposure that I have for my business is great for me on social media. So for me, no, I couldn't for 2 weeks.
Well, the reason why I can do it for 2 weeks is because I've done it. And what I mean by that is after our events, I do so much promoting that I just want after our events, I be wanting a sense of normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy for me to do. My business that I have is word of mouth, so it's just easy for me to do. But I've tried to detach myself. I go a whole day without being on any social media, and it clears your head, man. I think, but with these kids, they're not like us, man. I used to hear people say that all the time, but they are not like us. These kids are some whiny babies. They don't understand the adversity. They don't understand how it was bottled water. We didn't have no damn bottled water.
We had a water
We
hose and a
cut the
pitcher.
damn. We had a water hose, and we had a water hose, and we cut that water hose on and let that hot water run until it get cold. And we drank that. We wasn't giving a damn about drinking no mercury or no whatever it is. We drank that water. When we were outside, we stayed outside all day long, bro.
Hey,
Jumping ramps and shit on our bike. These kids don't understand that, man.
right, but you know what? We didn't have the same poisons as they would say. You know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't really dumping a lot of this shit in the water like they doing now, bro. These manufacturers, there's more manufacturers and all these drugs that they got people on. Motherfuckers is everybody got ADHD now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got
ADHD.
yeah ADHD, yeah, and everybody got bipolarism. Everybody fucked up now, right? And they want to blame it all on drinking out of hydrants, eating the food like. And I don't want to get into all of that, so to speak, but to really
Well,
back in.
let's go to that because think about it like this, right? Back when we were running the streets, drinking out of water hose, throwing our bikes in our neighbors' yards, and going from the east side to the west side, and our parents not knowing where we were, right?
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say we had less violence, but we did kind of have less violence because you how do I say this? You looked out for your neighbor because you knew everybody on the street, you knew everybody in the neighborhood, right? Nowadays, because everybody is so into electronic, social media, in the house, not out the house, you go outside, you don't know who your neighbors are. So guess what? If I pull up at the gas station, and let's say I live in an all black community, right? Right now in today's time, you can live in an all black community and nobody knows their neighbor. So I pull up at the gas station, I see my neighbor's son getting into it or having an interaction with the police, but I turn my head because guess what? I don't even know that's my neighbor's son.
Hmm.
Back in the day when we associated with everybody, everybody knew that's Carol's son right there. That's Linda's daughter right there. So whenever anything went on, if you got in trouble, if you was out there doing something stupid, it got back to your mama
Hmm.
because they knew who your mama was because you went to everybody's house. Everybody knew everybody. Nowadays, when we out and we see kids doing shit, we just like, look at that stupid ass YN. Guess what? That could be Winky's little YN. But you ain't gonna say shit because you don't know. You live right next door to Winky, but you ain't gonna say, man, I know your mama, calm down. We not doing that because the kids don't know each other, the parents don't know each other. Y'all been living on that same block 20 years and ain't never said hi to the man to walk outside and put the trash out every Thursday.
But you know what? In my opinion, I think it's the lack of respect that these children have for their parents, their
Why do they
grandparents.
have that?
Be-
Why do they have the lack of respect?
because you
Because
know what?
respect is earned, not given.
Yeah, but it's not about it being earned. They're not teaching them to respect.
Right,
if if
right.
if if we were younger, right? So we cussed and shit when we was around each other, but when an adult popped up, it wasn't no fuck you and this and that and blah blah blah. We wasn't talking like that in front of adults. Cussing and shit. That was some shit that we snuck and did. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't openly like "fuck you, bitch ass," woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't doing that. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't even really cussing on social media when my mom's was here. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until she passed on that I really started to just like say "fuck it," right? Because who am I? Who do I have to be like, man? You know, I can't talk like that around my mom. I ain't cuss around my moms. You know what I'm saying? Even when she
I still
died.
don't.
Yeah,
I
I
still
know.
don't.
Yeah.
A cuss word in front of my parents. I'm 45. I still can't. I to this point, I still be like, if I say damn, I'm like, oh, mom, I'm sorry.
Right.
Like I still have that, and I wouldn't say fear, but I will say I still have that fear instilled in me. Like I was taught, you give your people respect. Like even my aunts and my uncles, even though I'm grown, I still give them that same respect. It don't matter because I'm grown now. They still the same amount of years older than me.
Hmm.
What gives me the right to now be disrespectful because I turned 21? No.
But a lot of kids feel that way, right? So okay, so with that, right? Do you feel that this young man that that's currently in the news had lack of respect for adults or his parents? Anyone got?
Neither.
So
I don't
so
believe that he had lack of respect for neither. I believe that he had respect. I do.
okay. What you think?
Now, what I will say he lacked was probably self control
All right. And we've all been a victim of that.
because like draft. That's what I'm going. I My thought came back. Draft said earlier. All three of us, we've learned how to manage in situations like this because we're older, right?
Hmm.
A lot of we haven't taught our kids how to manage in situations where racial tension or racial stuff come up. I literally just had a young man I told you about the other day. He's in his 20s. The just this week since the trial been going on, he ran into a white man. White man called him all kind of racial slurs. He popped off, beat the white man up. He had guess what he called? An assault case. But we haven't taught our kids self control, how to deal in these situations. In my workplace, everybody know I work with none but white people. That's all I do. I don't even like working with black people, and it's sad. But I've been called the little Negro girl, and I didn't know how to accept it. But my self control said, "Hey, calm down. This your job. Calm down." But in my day, he wouldn't have been able to do that. And that's what we not teaching our kids. At some point, you are gonna deal with this. We have this in our world. It's still here, but they don't know how to deal with it. That's just like you call a man out his name. Not all men, but most men. You call them out their name a certain word, they gonna react.
Call me a
But
liar.
some men, yeah, like you being called a liar. You know what I'm saying? You see how you just woo when you be called a liar. That's
Yeah.
how these YNs are when they're approached with different situations because they haven't been taught that humble yourself, think about the consequences, and then move forward.
What you got to add, Draft?
I mean, I agree with Wink, and I also agree with that. It just okay. For she said, "Little Negro girl." I have a man in my job, and he was calling me a colored man, and he was like, "Yeah, man." I told him, I this guy wanted to apply for a job. I told him to look for the colored guy in the corner, but that man was 84 years old.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't take it anyway because that's his generation. That's where he grew up. I knew he wasn't racist. It's just how he described me. But I think when somebody, me personally, nobody walks around here saying Negro. Okay, so I mean, no white people. So when white people say that, yeah, that's derogatory. Little
It
Negro
was
girl,
very
that's derogatory.
derogatory. It was
Yeah, because
very
my thing is,
and once he came in, he was not even an older gentleman. He was younger. Well, I wouldn't say younger, but he was young enough that he shouldn't have been using the Negro word in that term.
yeah, because Negro is a old word, and then, it's just like And to me, I just think a lot of people, man. Then another thing is, we're quick to blame things on the parents, man. But sometimes the parent can teach you everything. They can teach you everything you need to know. You make your life is about choices, and you make these choices. Now, I think that as far as Carmelo Anthony, I've said this, a lot of people don't want to hear what I say because that's why I have to limit what I say because I try to look at a different lenses.
Hmm.
And one of the things that they were saying, I said, hey, he said, touch me and see what happens. They serious when they say what you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Now, had he said, man, she better leave me alone and left it at that,
Okay.
my thing is, go ahead.
Did he? And I'm gonna let you get back to it. But did he say, "Touch me and see what's gonna happen," or "Touch me again"?
No, he said, touch me and see what happens. Everybody said, now, okay, in the now different versions of people said, okay,
That's
they
all I'm
hit him with
saying.
one hand, hit him with one
Okay,
hand. No,
okay,
well, no,
okay.
no,
Either
no. What I'm saying,
Go ahead,
no,
Dre.
what
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying is different versions was like, some people said he pushed him with one hand. Some people said the dude pushed him with two hands. But one thing that all of them said is that Carmelo said, reached his hand in his bag and said, touch me, see what happens. All of them said that. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, and so everything is a play on words. So as they took that as a means of provocation. They took that as a means of provocation, man, and
Well,
and they
oh,
used it against.
well, can I say this?
Hmm.
So in the sense that even Carmelo said, "Touch me and see what happened." At what point did that give Austin Metcalf the right to put his hands on him? Because I'm that same way. Touch me and see what happened. Because you can talk all you want, but the minute you put your hands on me, now we've changed the narrative. Because you can't control how I'm gonna react. You might want to push, I might want to punch. You can't tell me how to
Okay,
react once you put your hands on me.
I totally agree with that. But my thing is this here, Winky. I totally agree with that. But was he a bully? Maybe. Yes, is what we're hearing. Did he put his hands on him and push him? Yeah, maybe. But did he deserve to die? See what I'm saying? So those are the
I didn't
things
think
they're
he
look.
was gonna die. I didn't think he was gonna
I
die. I
know.
just wanted to stab him.
Hey, and neither did that's right, and neither did Carmelo. But my thing is, what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, if okay, this is just me. I heard what you said. This is my point of view. If you push me, I'm gonna push your ass back. If you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. If you pull out a knife, I'm gonna pull out my gun. That's just what it is. I
but we
just think
speaking right. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
it's so many variations to how this could have unfolded. My thing is it's fucked up all the way around because everybody lost. I don't give a damn nobody say everybody lost. The Metcalf family lost, the Anthony family lost, everybody lost.
Right.
So with that being said, are we are we at the point? My issue with this whole situation was I'm gonna go back to the beginning. My issue with this whole Austin Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony situation was that I got tired of seeing them paint this kid, whether white or black. But in this case, he just happened to be white. I just got tired of seeing them paint him as a wholesome martyr. But every time we saw Carmelo,
Right.
it was only a mugshot. It was nothing about his accolades. It was nothing about him playing football. It was nothing about him dressed up in a suit. It was that is social media for your ass. That is the narrative.
Actually, that was
Social, and then
Fox
and what we
News.
do is
That was
yes,
Fox
and what
News.
Was Fox News.
Draft your volume went out.
Boy, he going off too.
How? Nah. I think you. I don't know how your volume keep going out on your phone, bro. It's time for you to update.
I still can't hear him.
Mm-mm. Let's see.
His
Yeah,
Bluetooth must have did something in his car.
Nah, it's showing that he muted himself.
Oh, did he push the button?
Had to. Draft call back. All right, we'll wait for draft to come back in. But what I wanted to say was, we get into this whole thing about who and what is right based off of.
I hold on. I'm sorry. I wanted to talk about what LJ said. That I completely agree, LJ. I said that earlier. It's not like he woke up and said, "Man, I'm going to kill somebody today." It ain't like he put this cleat sharpener. And I've been going off on people talking about he had a knife. He had a knife. He had a cleat sharpener.
And
What
see,
track athlete? What track athlete does not have a cleat sharpener? I mean, I'm not saying all of them do, but it's not uncommon to have. So he didn't
at a
put
track
this in the
meet.
bag to say, "Oh, I'm going up here today because somebody might be fucking with me, so I'm gonna take my cleat sharpener." That's not what he did. Now he did say, "Oh,
Right.
but if you fucking with me and I got
Yeah,
this what you gonna get."
yeah. Draft, and I'm sorry that you can go ahead with your point if you remember.
Nah, I remember. I'm saying that's social media for you, and we gotta hold ourselves accountable, and we
Thank
share
you,
that
Jones.
shit. We
Mm-hmm.
give that shit legs. We give that shit legs. We share this weak ass shit. We'll sit here and share that. So when I did my post, and I mean that post got 300. Last time I checked, 300 shares. And I said, since social media can't find some pictures, let me help you out. Now, I didn't know if the man was guilty or innocent, but we keep sharing this stuff and giving things legs to walk. And it's funny to me how my thing is at the end of the day, we all know. Now, so we blame that damn judge. No, we can't blame the judge because the judge didn't pick the jury. And then the judge gave the jury options. He said, you got murder, manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter. Them people chose murder. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. One thing we do know that's a fact is that somebody died. I don't give a damn. Ain't no other version of that, Jack. That's a fact. Somebody died. Now, how they died is the question. I totally agree with Winky. He didn't wake up saying, I'm gonna go kill somebody this morning. See, we don't, and I'm gonna tell you, our problem with this is trusting a verdict when we could not see the evidence. Even in the OJ trial, they had cameras in the courtroom. We could, so you're trusting, so we have to just deal with them finding this young man guilty. We have to just deal with them giving them 35 years when we didn't hear the evidence at all. We know the jury wasn't even sequestered. The jury went home. They talked to Aunt Willie. They talked to Uncle Raymond about this damn case, man. It was fucked up all the way around, man. It was fucked up all the way
Everything
around.
about it.
And then
Everything
and
about
then a
it.
lot of people don't understand. And we have to stop being ignorant. He wasn't judged by a jury as peers. They supposed to be his same people. No. Okay, first of all, we got to get that right. When they say judged by a jury, your peers, they mean people in your community. Okay, number one, I don't see no lot of 17, 19-year-olds getting called for jury duty. So it ain't his peers. But us, because I've done it before, we'll skip out on that damn jury duty until it matters most. We'll skip out on it. They don't talk about the three black people that they asked them
Convict
would they
a
send them,
student.
and they
Convict. They
said
got
no.
right. So, but again, that's not the argument. The picking of the jury, the defense and the prosecutor has their
Yes,
their questions for the juror, and I know that because I didn't skip jury duty. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't either.
I didn't either.
But the crazy part about all of that is let's talk about, and again, I don't want to. It's not That's not my lane, right? So the communication that's been going on social media, I'm numb to it. The shit that I see on the news, I'm numb to it. I need to know like what happened, and for the quote unquote he shouldn't have brought a knife to school because I've been seeing that
He did not have a
he
knife.
did not. He never had a knife. You know what I'm saying? Did he have a sharp object? Yes. And they keep saying the knife he had was not against the law. It wasn't against the law because it's a tool. That's why it's not against the law. So they say, oh, he shouldn't have had it on school grounds. that the school may have not offered it to him, but it's a tool that's available for purchase. And I'm sure his parents said, "Hey, do you need this for your cleats?" Because he was a track guy, not a football guy. You know what I mean? And that's and to dispel a lot of this shit is that we jumped all the way in without knowing everything, right? So as we started getting information, we became his lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Not his supporter. We became his lawyer. Oh, now that so and so we got witnesses and oh yeah, man, he gonna get off shit. But then when they found him guilty, right? When they found him guilty, I know that black people was like that's fucked up that they found him guilty, but it's the 35 years.
I don't think black
Okay,
people
so
were fucked up that they found him guilty. I
That's what I'm
think black
saying.
people were I think that black people were fucked up at what they found him guilty for.
Yes.
It wasn't the
Yes.
well,
fact
and
that he guilty because, like Dre said, at the end of the day, somebody died, so it definitely was murder. But what it with malicious intent? Because I thought that's what the murder thing was supposed to be. If he had malicious intent, I don't believe that he had malicious intent. So yeah, why not the manslaughter? Why not the 2 to 20? Why the 5 to 99?
my thing is, I just feel like okay, and like I said, my issue is I knew. Now you have to be delusional. See, the number one thing we have to do as people is stop walking in blindly with shit just because they black. That's the first thing we have to do, without the facts. And that's what I said. Let's get the facts first, because one thing is not gonna lie: the facts. What, no matter what color you are, the facts are gonna be facts. Now, number two, I think when I saw him guilty of murder, I was thinking he would be, you know, acquitted because there. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, okay, I just don't. I think it was self defense. I just don't believe that. I just couldn't. It was incredulous that they would charge this boy with murder. So not charge him with it, but convict him. So I'm thinking manslaughter. And like I put on my last post about this situation, I've had first hand account with manslaughter. That means you killed him, but you didn't mean to. Well, involuntary manslaughter. You killed him, but you didn't mean to, which carries 2 to 20, like you said.
Your
Even so,
actions
what
cause
I was
somebody's
hoping,
death.
right? So what I was hoping for, I was hoping that okay, God, just give him 20. If you give him 20, he still can have a lease on life. He's 19, he'll do 10 years, he'll be out in 29, and he's still in his 20s to get back.
Nah, he gonna do less than that. He'll do about 7.
By 7. Okay. So, but the thing about it is, but when you give this man 35 years, he is 19 years old. Let's just say, for instance, he done half of 35 years. I'm going to say 17 years. We'll just
17.
say. You did 17 years. You're 19. You're 39. You're gonna be in your 40s. You're gonna be in your damn near 40s when you get out. Damn near. My thing is this here, man. Give the man a lease on life, because we knew you were gonna get something. Once they found you guilty, we knew. But 35 years, and I was like, man, this dude. We got. And I'm gonna tell you the thing that ate me up was the crying picture. My thing is his life changed instantly, instantly. And see, we
Well,
don't see that. These young. Go
the
ahead.
picture. Let's talk about the picture. The whole case, the whole trial, no cameras were allowed. Why the day of sentencing were cameras allowed?
That's a good ass point.
I,
No cameras. They
okay,
said no media would be allowed during the whole trial.
so let me ask you this: since we on that, why not sequester the judge? I mean the jury, and make them stay in the room without their phones and TV? They was
Well,
allowed to
they
go home. They was allowed to go
every
home
night,
and instructed not to get on social media.
every night of the trial, they were allowed to go home. Do you remember what trial was that? That what was it was a big trial. I can't remember which one,
OJ,
but
OJ, OJ people had to
no,
stay
it
in a
was more.
hotel.
No, this was more recent. Was it the Amber Geiger trial or one of them
Yes.
trials that was more recent? They did not let the jurors go home for the whole trial. They had to stay there because they knew that there was a chance of them seeing social media. That was the Botham Jean trial.
Yep.
They didn't let those jurors go home. This is what they told these jurors this time. The night that y'all go for deliberation, after y'all trying to figure out if he guilty or not, if y'all can't come up with something, y'all pack a bag. This is what they told them the day before. Pack a bag in case you can't come up with nothing. Now they can stay. Now they gotta stay all night. But they've been going home talking to they husbands, they sisters, they kids, and everything, and building their own opinion. So in my mind, when I watched the shit the last day, it went so fast because in their mind, that shit was already made up.
Hmm.
That's
They
right. I
knew
agree
when
with that
they went
100%.
in. They went in with the mindset that he already guilty. They didn't take anything into consideration. And now that the trial is over, did we get any facts? Still, did we as a people? Do we know any facts? Because nothing. We
Which
got
go
no evidence. We got nothing from the
which go,
courtroom.
which goes back to what I said. It's hard to trust a verdict when you did not have access to the evidence. They it's like this. It's like to me, it looked like the trial was just rushed in and out. This
Hmm.
trial started Thursday. It was over yesterday.
Right.
And what people don't understand, when you do an appeal, you don't go home.
No.
You're gonna stay.
No.
Your ass is going to
Nah.
jail,
You
and
going to
then
jail?
your appeal. Yeah, that's why people be on death row so long. Your appeal may take years. So say for instance he appeal it, and then 3 years from now the court's about, or 4 years now the court's about to hear it. So are we going to be as energized 4 years from now? No, we're not. Let's just be 100. We're not. So the thing about it is, I said the man was doomed. The young man was doomed from day one. Now, as far as exercising some kind of self control, I mean, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Hindsight is 2020, but we don't know. That's the unfortunate part. Because of social media, there's so many versions, and we did not get to hear what was in the courtroom. Now, my question is, are they going to release the transcripts? Wasn't no cameras in there, so what? We don't know. But I'm
Well,
hearing that
doesn't
even
it
some
become
of the
public
people that,
knowledge once he gets his sentence?
yes, it does. But I'm hearing
Well,
even some of the people that the defense called up. Hell, they didn't really talk good. They didn't even talk in his favor, and that was the defense calling the witnesses.
well, I hate to
I
speak
think it
on
was
what
cool from
I've
the beginning.
I hate to speak on what I've heard on social media. However, I do have a few attorney friends that are on my Facebook page. And one of my Facebook friends in particular has recently today spoken with Carmelo Anthony's father. In in his speaking, they have acquired an appeal attorney to take the appeal. What I was told was they have requested the transcripts. You request the transcripts from the court, whatever she called.
Stenographer. Mm.
Those transcripts are running $10,000 to
Damn.
$15,000 for you to get them from the court lady. So far they have raised the money, or they have been given the money to acquire the court transcripts. So the court transcripts will come out. They are not public records. You can only get them from the lady who does the typing, or
Yeah,
whoever
the
working there to
stenographer.
do the typing.
Hmm.
So I guess I'm not saying that that's illegal what they doing, but that's what they do. So they're in the process of getting the transcripts, because that's the only way we're going to know what was said inside the courtroom.
That's just crazy, man. Like, and you know what, Draft? You said something just a while ago about in 4 years will we still be uh, have this kind of energy? And I can tell you like this because in this day and age of social media, they're gonna pump it like it's a movie coming out. They gonna push the shit out of it. The media is gonna put it out there like it's, oh, remember the kid that got 35 years, he's coming up for appeal, and boom boom boom, and they gonna push this shit. It's gonna look like a new movie coming out. So
Well, I mean,
yes.
I don't think so.
even on something simpler, do you remember? I mean, even with the fight with Crystal Mason, the one who illegally voted, Her whole case, they've been pushing it the whole time. When she went through before the appeal, when went to the high court, everything was broadcasted on the news. People still kind of had the same energy. It just depends, because the reason I say I believe people will have the same energy is because this is something that's not going to change. It's going to be some shit that's still going on, not just with him, but with other people. We are going to start seeing this more and more. It's not going to stop. I was just telling D today, dude got 45 years for a theft case for
Crazy.
stealing.
Up to
45
30,000
I don't.
years.
months.
I don't think it's gonna change. I don't think they're gonna push it like a movie because you got people on death row doing appeals 10 years from now that were wrongfully convicted, and you don't hear nothing about them.
Yeah, but you can
I
only
think
file
the
for two
reason why,
appeals.
right? But I think the reason why it's so sensationalized with us right now because that shit is right up the street. Okay, it's right up the street. That's why we talking about it real strong because the shit is 30 minutes away from each and every one of us. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Now, if that shit was in goddamn Paducah, Wisconsin, I mean, we
Like
still
what
be
happened in
talking about
South,
it, but
look what happened in South Carolina. The store owner, got uh uh the case dismissed against him. He found not guilty of murder, and it's obvious this man ran the length of a football field to shoot this man in the back. So it's and that happened in what 2023, and we just not hearing about it. So, you know,
exactly.
I understand what you're saying, but the reason why I'm saying people are going to be crazy because it is in our backyard. And there are people that really took this case to heart like this was their son, right? And it's no different than another culture saying, this is our son. We have to stand behind our son. You know what I mean? And the tensions are so high right now. And it's just amazing to me how we us as a culture don't really get into other people's business, but god damn, they is in our business like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? At some point, we have to say that ain't got nothing to do with us collectively. But everybody wants to be a social media star. Everybody wants to be, and I'm using the everybody term very loosely because there are people on here that don't give a fuck about social media. But everybody that's on social media is trying to be some type of star. Let me go be a news anchor, and that's what I see a lot of, and that's the whole reason why we have all of these different stories and reports. Because guess what? I'm the first one to be there, and I can hang my hat on that. Yeah, I talked to Backdraft. Backdraft told me he shot two people. You know what I'm saying? Now Backdraft looking like, God damn nigga, I ain't tell you to tell nobody, bro. That was between us. Oh man, I'm just saying, I just let it out a little bit. I ain't tell everybody. Now you saying it on the news. Damn, bro. Now Backdraft getting arrested because he shot two people. Because we don't know how to keep. We always want to be the first to know, so we can be the first to tell. Sit your ass down, man. Like, and this is our thing. We've been disconnected. A lot of us have been disconnected from us for so long that we don't even know how to be around. Those the people that you ain't supposed to be around. Basically, right? You know what I'm saying? Right.
So do you think that, because I'm back to, I know yeah, people keep saying y'all social media, social media. I keep hearing people say, well, in Collin County, we don't have a lot of black people to fight for us because we don't go out and vote for us. Do y'all feel like that's the reason that in that county he had no win at all?
No, I
Do
don't
you?
feel like that. I feel like this here. I mean, see, this is the thing. In this instance, in this particular instance, the sensationalism of it all is a race thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, social media, the powers that be know how to play us against each other. They'll drop that race shit in there like it ain't shit. But had white jury acquitted him, we wouldn't be saying shit about he had all white jury. We'd be happy he had all white jury.
Mm-hmm.
Or had they had four blacks on there and four blacks on there and eight whites, we wouldn't be saying shit about that jury. See what I'm saying? So my thing is we have to look at the perspectives from different lenses and big lenses. Our issue is we're ignorant to certain things. And you got people here, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've told this story before several times. The people that treated me the worst, as far as the police, have been the brothers. The white guys that
Definitely.
stopped me, they ain't treating me bad at all. It was the brothers because they got something to fucking prove. That's just what it
All
is. Now my thing is, and so you got this white jury, you got this all white jury, and it just abhors me because it's like they say, well, there ain't no blacks on the jury, and you want to rest your laurels on that. Fuck that. Rest your laurels on the evidence because that is what we need to know. I don't give a damn if the jury is black or white. Facts are facts. You cannot change the facts. Now, am I saying they will go the right way? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying we still, even though you had a white jury, even though we still don't know the facts. That's what I'm saying. That we don't know what the hell happened in the courtroom. Now, just imagine. I mean, because to me, this shit started Thursday and was over Tuesday. It was such a high profile case. They went in there and it's like they went in there and spit this baby out. My thing is, we don't know the facts. So what they do, the quickest way to get people divided is to drop race in this shit. Once you drop race in it, you have a
Yes.
problem. Just like that white boy in Kenosha, Wisconsin. People was like Kyle Rittenhouse. Man, he wrong. He killed them three people. He got man. I would have shot your ass too. And the reason being, I'm you chasing me. I got a gun. You chasing me. I fall, and you try to take my gun from me. So I shot your ass. I
He
would have
wasn't
done
supposed to
the
have a
exact
gun though.
same thing.
He wasn't supposed to have a gun. He wasn't even old enough to have
Okay,
the
but he
gun.
didn't get it. Okay, okay, and that's fine. But we talk. But what the facts are is that's not what he got tried for.
What the facts
So
are
my
is
thing,
is is information is always you know what. Go ahead, Dry. I'm not gonna go there.
no, what I'm saying is we can sit here and say he wasn't supposed to have a gun. We know that. I know that. You know that.
So he was doing something that was
You know.
against the law. See, that's what I'm saying. It changes when we do it, right? It's against the law when we do it, but it's not against the law when they do it. And I'm not even trying
What do
to
you mean
make
he
this a
wasn't old enough? How old he was? How old was he? He was
17.
18.
No, he was not. He was 17.
So what are the laws of Illinois or Kenosha, Wisconsin? Are they laws different?
21.
Is that what it was? Do you know that?
Yes, that they've been saying that.
So he didn't get tried at all for that. Did he get charged with that? None of that.
No,
Minor with a weapon?
no,
None.
none of that.
So okay, but he got charged with murder, right?
I don't even think it was that.
He got charged something because he got acquitted for it. But my
Mm-hmm.
thing is this here. This what I'm saying is okay.
What did
So
Kyle Rittenhouse get
mi-
to jail for?
minor with a gun, murder. Which one is more important when you're trying to get justice? Pick your
But
parts.
minor with a gun was never even brought to the table. That's what I'm saying.
But what you wanted to be brought to the table if you tried for being tried for murder?
Say that
Would it
again.
really matter? What you want? Would it really matter? Would you want him to be charged? Would you want that to be even one of the charges when he's being charged with murder? Would it really even matter?
Yeah, because if you
Because he
if
ain't
you
gonna get
if
no time for that.
yeah, regardless, right? But those are the charges that he's brought up on. Whether it's murder, they all they had to do was prove the murder, but they didn't prove anything. They acquitted him of everything, whatever it was. He had
So
first degree
basically,
Rightfully
reckless
so.
homicide,
what
first
you
degree
saying is
intentional
he
homicide.
could have gotten something on something.
Yes.
That's what D saying. So basically, what D saying. So let's say in the instance, or let's say that we pulled over, right? We go through something with the law, and let's say I got weed and I got gun and I got fentanyl, right? Well, but the fentanyl they really
Nope.
can't get me on. So they gonna test me on it because they can give me more time for it. But they ain't even gonna acknowledge the fact that I had the gun and the weed because they gonna try me on the fentanyl at this point. But once they can't get me on the fentanyl because I'm black, they gonna come back and now they gonna get me on the weed or
That
the gun. They
that
not just gonna let me go.
so listen, this is what Kyle Rittenhouse. This is Kyle whatever his fucking stupid name is. First degree reckless homicide. First degree intentional homicide. Attempted first degree intentional homicide. Reckless endangerment endangering safety for shooting near others. And possession of a dangerous weapon by a person under 18, which was dismissed by the judge before reaching the jury. He was acquitted of the gun before it even went to the jury. So nah, bro, it's different, bro. It's different when we do it. I'm not listen.
I'm not.
I'm not taking any of the responsibilities away from us. The responsibility rests on us. But god damn, bro, it's as plain as black and white that it's different. There's a difference, and I'm not. And it's hard to say when you say they that you're talking about everybody, because there are some people that rock with us like a motherfucker, right? Like it don't matter. They know what type of character we have. They know what kind of people we are, and they just rock with us, regardless. But at the same time, it's different, bro. It's different when they do it.
Nah, I would be a fool. I would be a fool on this show tonight if I said it wasn't a difference. I totally agree that it is a difference, but I think that we as a people sometimes use that fact as a crutch to not get better. Use that as a crutch to stay where we are. I heard one of the guys at my job say, "Shit, the white man got his head on, foot on my neck," and I'm like, "How the fuck you got his foot on your neck?" I'm like, "You could do what the fuck you want to do. You might have to work harder.
Right.
But you do what the fuck you want to do." We tend to use shit as a crutch. I don't know about them white folks. Or then when really it starts with the niggas. Let's just be honest with you. Really, it starts with us. And then you had guys going up there, and I don't care if this get out, and whatever. You had guys going up there, all on social media, bitch ass motherfucker, and that didn't help shit.
Nothing.
Nothing.
They were more against each other in the parking lot than they were together. And that's another thing I said. There's no way that I would go before any one of my enemies or any one of the enemies and go against him. No way.
Right.
I don't care if they are wrong. If we pull in the race thing, let's say we just because that's what they were out there on. They wasn't out there on facts. They were out there on race.
Mm-hmm.
So if we out here on race and it's black against white, it I'm standing for everything my black friends say. I'm not going against my black friend. Why am I out here bitching and hoeing my black friend and showing them that this is the reason that they have more control than what we do? Because they ain't out there bitching and hoeing each other.
Right.
I totally agree. Totally agree. And that's what I'm saying. But we so quick to say what we can't do. And we haven't even really researched what we can do. I just like there's a town. I think it's Lobo, Texas. It might not be Lobo, it's something. There's a town. This town has five standing buildings. It has irrigation, has improved land, it has unimproved land. It's about eight square miles, maybe 6 square miles. It's for sale. $3.7 million. But we don't want to be uncomfortable. You take about 10 families, maybe 20, and move out there and start that shit up. But we don't want to do that because we've been so used to comfort for so long. We've been comfortable. We've been comfortable in our skin for so long. So it starts with us. Tulsa Wall Street showed you that. Boley, Oklahoma, which was the oldest black Wall Street in Oklahoma, showed you that. We can do whatever we want to do. It's our own ignorance that gets in our way, man. It's our own ignorance.
That is a fact. And I think that's what I'm saying. And this is the reason why I propose the question, how do we reach our people? Right? These types of conversations, we'll have this conversation for probably another week and a half. And once it starts to fade out, we won't talk about this no more. We'll go back to having fun and talking about what we're gonna do this weekend and all of this. And that's the bigger problem. We don't consider ourselves to be a problem. And we all have our own faults, right? And it's only by chance that we're allowed to make, what I'm saying, the shit that we make, to do the things that we do. How many white people was in that parking lot last night, Backdraft?
Four,
Maybe two, four. Okay,
four.
four.
I counted
The
four.
fact that
Okay,
we can know that cause she counted.
yeah,
She was on edge.
she
She didn't
counted.
know. She didn't know what they was there for. She don't know, what I'm saying? She don't know if them was the wedding houses, you know what I'm saying?
I
But
knew they wasn't. I did. If they on the live, I'm sorry, but I just I looked at them upside their head last night because just last night was not their night. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I can dig it. But the reason why I asked that question at draft is that how many, if by saying there was only four white people, there was over 200 bikes out there in that parking lot. They was out. So out of 200, you got four. That's 196 people. Black people own expensive motorcycles. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is, and I'm being facetious. I'm being overachieving with those numbers. But at the same time, there could have possibly been 200 bikes there. But I didn't, you have to take into consideration that you have social club people there, you have civilians there, you know what I'm saying? And you got people that just wanted to come out and hang. So I say to you, when you look out at a sea of black and all you see is expensive this and expensive that, how do we say that the white man keeping us down? Because we had
Exactly.
a small percentage of us in that parking lot, you know, but everybody's got to be at some point some type of successful. These are expensive. This is an expensive hobby that we do. So what I'm saying, I said all that to say this: we make a little money, we move in a nicer neighborhood because of who we afraid of, the niggas. Because the niggas is gonna break in our house, the niggas is gonna break in our cars, the niggas is gonna try to rob us because we doing good. So we take our money and we go put it invested in a neighborhood with an HOA. So these folks is telling you what you can and can't do because you want that peace of mind. These people was in Frisco for a peace of mind. They made money, whatever money they made. Somebody had a job to be able to live out there where they was living, you know. But at the same time, like, come on, man, we don't make the money and then go tell draft, hey draft, look, this is what I'm making. This is what I did to get my little situation. And then draft go tell Winky, hey, listen, I caught up with DC, man. He told me how to get this little shit. I'm gonna tell you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm gonna do is when I make it, I'm just gonna wave at Backdraft the next time I see him. Cause I ain't gotta talk to him no more. Man, bro, where you moved to? Man, you know what I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, I had to get out the neighborhood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I got tired of whoop whoop whoop. And now see the thing about a lot of this shit. We've allowed a lot of people to infiltrate our clubhouse because of the way we speak. We tell everything. I just said to earlier, we want to be the first to know. So now we can be the first to say. But instead of me giving draft my sauce, so he can go give it to Winky. I'm gonna keep it to myself. Hardly speak to Backdraft. I ain't gonna never see Winky again, ever, because I don't live where they stay. I'm not doing the shit that they doing. Case in point, it took me 47 minutes to get home last night. Under any other circumstances, I'm not driving 47 minutes. That's out of town. 47 minutes is when you pack a bag because you ain't coming back home. Shit. That's pack your bag mileage right there, bro. 47 minutes?
47,
Well, it
47
took
minutes
me
down there.
56.
Eh,
It took me 56.
well, we know why it
I'm
took you
56 a
56.
bit.
But
No, I'm 56 minutes away.
listen, and this is what I'm saying. Draft, out of the respect and love that we have for you, right? And I understand it's 2 Tuesday. But bro, there are people that make an effort to come see you. Period. When you was having bike issues, I pulled up at night.
Yeah.
So it's not that the man is holding us down. If we can't communicate with one another to let each other know, man, I got you. What happened last night? I I left my shit sitting up, and with the help of brother, I wouldn't even. I was supposed to have been gone. You
Yep.
know, I'm not even looking for the hosting club to say, hey man, y'all ain't got y'all truck and trailer, man. Y'all need to go get that. Nah, man, that's my partner too. I was available.
And the
Draft,
crazy part about go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
well, Draft had offered me some money for some gas, and I was like, nah, bro, because that means that it took me instead of me wanting to do something, I got paid to do it. Go ahead, Draft.
Yeah, and that's what we did. I mean, my club had told me, man, you stay back, but I was like, nah, that's my dude. You know what I'm saying? And it just showed how connected we were. I was like, and so I said, get the trailer ready. I'm gonna pull the truck around here, make some room. I'm gonna knock it on. As I was saying that, you were getting in your truck and getting your trailer ready. That showed how locked in us three, at least, are. So if we're locked in like that to go come to the rescue, then imagine what 194 people can be. That's all I'm saying, man. We so in competition with each other. And I say this all the time. Everybody has a lane, man. Your lane may not be my lane. You know, I don't take for granted that people come to see me or however you said that. I don't take that for granted at all. I was constantly walking around, constantly checking to see if everybody was okay. Because that's just like with you. You can call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Draft, I need this. And I'm getting up out of my bed. Hell, Winky can call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm getting up out of my bed because that's the relationship we built. We
Mm-hmm.
got a little small crew. I know I'm not around as much because I be busy, but I'm part of the crew too. So my thing is, I'm like, shit, yeah, what you need, Winky? All right, I'm on my way. And they say, well, can somebody else go get it? Well, I am somebody else. So,
Right.
What you
so the,
mean?
so the, so the, yeah, I am. Fuck you mean? I am somebody else. So the thing about it, man, I just feel like we as a people, we have to be careful not to let these people, our counterparts, or the coonery or the buffoonery, play a game or a trick on us, man. And the quickest way to play that game or trick is to hold us ignorant and uneducated. That's how we do. Just like with the jury,
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised that people that I thought were really smart. I was surprised to know that they had no clue how jury selection process worked. They had no clue. I had to tell them, hey man, the defense attorney has a great say in that also. And they were
Both
like, oh, for
sides.
real?
Yes.
Both sides. So you can't just blame it. And then, like I said with the judge, I said, hey man, the judge didn't pick the jury. Number one, the judge gave that jury options, man. It wouldn't matter what that jury, if that jury chose manslaughter, which I thought they were going to do, if that jury chose manslaughter, that judge was going to say, nah, y'all need to pick murder. See, but we know there are some subversive and underground things that play here when it comes to us as black people. We know that. It's been there for years, man, and it's not going to stop until we get to a point to where we're able to hit the counterparts economically, because violence is not going to do it, because they hold all the cards violently. You know what I'm saying? When violence comes, they hold all the cards. Even Farrakhan said that. You shoot your guns, they're going to shoot their big guns. So they hold all the cards. But economically, the way we spend money with these folks, the way we give our dollar out every day in and day out, these folks, we hold the goddamn cards. So we need to be showing people how we keep our dollar and let them know our dollar counts. Let them know. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't go to the other people. I go to. I'm a creature habit. I could go to Harley. I could go to wherever get my bike fixed, but I go here. I put my money where my people I know is going to get done. I don't go when I go to sound. Some guy asked me, man, how much it costs to get your sound like that? Hey, there go the man right there. See, we don't do that. And the problem is we think that when we go do something with the white folks, that it makes us better. Oh, I went here to get mine fixed. And then he said, oh, that's gonna be $8,500. All right, boss. But then when that brother who's proven, who's proven to show you that he could do the exact same thing, tell you it's $8,500, I don't get the family discount. You ain't gonna give me no hookup. See, that shit start with us, bro. That don't start with them. So we need to stop getting the hookup mentally and economically. That's my issue.
That's why I told the motherfucker this morning, like, how the fuck when draft is introducing me and the Mario, it's hey, ooh,
Yeah,
nigga, cheer for us. Yeah, we not famous, but we cool. You know what I'm saying? And we right here. Y'all can touch us. You can interact. We
If
get ready.
nothing else, it was the fact that y'all are two young black business owners. If that wasn't enough to cheer
yes.
for, that was enough.
I, you
But
get what I'm saying?
that's just, I ain't gonna say a different form of hate, but it's a different form of hate. Because if you
That's
ain't
right.
congratulating me, you gotta be hating me. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Because for me to see two young black men in business for as long as they've been in business for doing what they doing, why wouldn't you congratulate them? They got their own
And
shit. They're entrepreneurs.
the
That
funny
means
part about it, I know they make a two-wheel Tuesday flyer, but that's the reason, Winky, why I made that flyer like that. That's why I put the Upgrade Garage name on it and his picture, and I put Wood did it and his picture on there to let people know we ain't about no bullshit. These are legitimate businesses. These are legitimate
oh,
guys you can go to. And even Wood said it on the mic. He said, I'm the new guy. That was a respect to
The new
these.
kid on the
See
block.
what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what he said. I'm the new kid on the block. And my thing is, man, shit, you spend your money where you spend it. Now, me personally, I have a vested interest to go where I go. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you spend it where you spend it. But we'll go to these beauty supply shops all damn day long and not even inquire how to get one of our own. But we'll let those Asians, we'll let them slow the market up to where you can't. Don't man, let me tell you something. Every time I go in that damn donut shop, which I don't a lot now, I would watch how they did shit behind that counter. I want to know how the hell you get this donut shop because y'all making some hell of money between 5 a.m. and 12. A donut
Shit, they be
shop.
in that
I'm
bitch
a
at
business owner.
3 a.m.
Yes, and my
mm,
thing is, but they say, Andre, what business do you own? Well, I own a few donut shops. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at that. Those are lucrative businesses because everybody's going to want to go to a donut shop. Then once you open it up, then it's all about hospitality. Then my thing is, man, we got to get to the point to where we understand the strengths that we have, and part of that starts with educating our children, especially our young men. This is a young man's game out here they playing, y'all, with these young men. But they fill their heads full of shit. They talk. I mean, they make
Putting the
it. They
battery in
make
their
it. They
back.
make it. They put the bear in their back, and that's the thing. And it's funny because I wouldn't have been saying this 20 years ago. I would have been like, no, man. But as I get older, I realize I realize that I'm an older man. So there are certain things that the elders are for counsel. The young men are for war. But we don't teach that. Just like with our women, we don't we it's getting so bad to where we've stepped into a situation where like, man, we just can't tell them shit, so we don't say nothing. And our counterparts say, well, we know that's how they thinking, so we're just gonna let them do it. We're just gonna let them do it. It's a movie called 13, bro. It talks about the 13th Amendment, and it's sad to say this last guy that went to prison. Shoot, I forgot his name, but they did it was on a TikTok reel. They were asking this guy, do you think he'd be good working in prison? They were like, yes, yes, he go do this, do this. They literally doing this shit in front of your face. So
Mhm.
they know once you go to prison, bro, you are a slave. You are a slave. And it's sad because our young men, they don't understand it until that door can't close, until they give you not life without the possibility of parole. That's what I'm saying. Bro, I'm 52 years old. 10 years sentence is a life sentence for me.
Period. Nigga, fuck that 10 days, nigga. I can't. I ain't want to do 10 days. 10 minutes.
I don't. I'm the same way. I don't want to do it, man. And I think that when you get to like, and I feel so, my heart goes out to this dude, and it goes back to what you just said, because it was like for a moment in time that was our son,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I mean, when I found out, we were right there yesterday in 202, and that they gave him 35 years. It almost took the wind out of my sails, man. I woke up at 4:12 this morning, bro, with that shit on my mind. I just couldn't sleep. And I was like, man, it's 4:12. And I kept one, like one, and I was low key depressed, bro,
Right.
because I'm
Oh,
thinking
I know
about this
somebody
kid.
else was too.
Derek.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this kid that I don't even know, but I know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, I'm just, how's he gonna adjust, man? I hope he don't lose it, man. I mean, his life is just instantly changed. So what we gotta do now is we gotta try to get in there and figure out what we can do to educate the other young men. But they gotta want to be educated, because it's a tough road. Because we got social media, and social media is the beast, and we got a rough road ahead of us, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well,
You know,
go
Jeff,
ahead.
actually, I would say I deal with a lot of different generations, right? I think
Hmm.
that our I think that the good generation is about to make full circle again.
Oh,
Meaning
okay.
that just my thought process. Right now, the generation, I wouldn't even say generation. Let me just do a few numbers. The the age group from 21 right now, I say 18. 18 to 30. Right now, all of them I would say are bad seeds. Not
Damn.
all of them. Not I okay, I'll take that back. A lot of them,
God,
a
some of
major
them hoes just getting out
percentage.
of high school. Shit.
No, but they are shit. If you look at, I look at Tarrant County mugshots at Fort Worth mugshots every day. They going to jail now at the age of 17, so they ain't even out of high school.
Right.
So they are high schoolers. You understand? They're already with felony charges at the age of 17. So that's why I started so early, from 17 to the age of around 30. They locking all these food little babies up and giving them 20 to 30 to 40 years. So they're clearing out that generation of numbers. You get what I'm saying? And this younger
Hmm.
generation that's coming behind them is seeing their mistakes.
Well, let me give you a conspiracy theory. Since you said that, they need them in there because everybody in jail getting old.
Right,
They gotta have a young buck in there. So they gonna do
right.
whatever they gonna do whatever they can to keep the young buck in there. So that's what I'm saying. If there was a way for us to reach the youth and say, hey man, listen, everybody in jail is old. They dying. They fucked up. They can't work. So they gotta get you young motherfuckers in there. Half of them wouldn't even listen to us. We can give them statistical proof. Like, bro, you is five of y'all. Three of y'all gonna spend the rest of y'all life in jail. Three
Yeah.
out of five are going to spend the rest of their life in jail. So man, I'm telling you, man, look, it's so much crazy shit out here, and people just think that TV is reality, and everything they see and do on TV that shit really happen. Nah, bro, they not coming back. This is not the road running the coyote.
So I got a question, or I don't know if this is a question or what it would be considered. Being around the bike community in the few years that I've been around, y'all have a large presence in all communities, right? Why is it that y'all can get so many to support y'all in other things? Is there a way that maybe y'all as a bike community can start something for the youth, so to say? Because y'all have so many men in the MC world. And I get this, some certain clubs try to do. But we all know there's strength in numbers. And like y'all said, it was roughly 194 people out there last night. Y'all 194 people together could start something real big as far as the youth just in the DFW community. That's a
Hey,
lot of people.
Winky, let me tell you something. I got a big ego, such a huge
I
ego,
get that.
cause I
I
got a
get
big
that.
ego.
I get that. But how do because we speaking on changing the narrative. I get that. I get everybody got an ego. Everybody got a big ego, and some people don't want to come together. But if I don't get how they can come together for all these fucking bike events, y'all at Tulsa, y'all had 50,000 goddamn black people or people out there to support that. 50,000 people.
And
So is
and the
it
first
just
thing
for
they talked about
show?
was the trash in the street.
Right. But not the unity.
Because the trash is better than us, man. The trash. To talk about the trash was a better story for the news than 50,000 people coming in together without no problems. Feeding that economy for 3, 4 days, some of us. I got there Thursday, then leave a Sunday. The house we stayed in probably should have been like, I don't know, $300 for the month. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we did that. But that wasn't news. And that's what I'm saying. Until we create our own, until we say as a people, man, listen, man, I'm ready for change, bro. I'm ready. When in '06 and '07, when I tried to get the DFW to unify, right? Like I said, I didn't like the chain when it first started. But I ended up putting my ego to the side because I'm like, okay, I wasn't the man to do it. But now that there are people doing this. So you gotta get behind that, right? And that's the
Okay,
same
well,
way it goes in this community.
can I ask this because like I said earlier, it starts in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So inside the household, you I'm going back to the bike world in the household. In this bike community, out of the men that were out there, let's say half of those men have sons. And I would like to say, or y'all would like to say, that y'all ain't hard heads. Y'all do have a strong head on your shoulders. Y'all know something and y'all can teach somebody something. Why do why don't the men in that community even involve their sons to teach them and bring them there? Not to Two Wheel Tuesday. I'm not saying necessarily the Two Wheel Tuesday, but within that MC, why don't they have their sons involved in teaching them and showing them instead of always leaving them at home? Because a lot of the problems is these kids are always at home and the parents are always gone. And I'm not saying at home, technically speaking, they're by themselves while the parents are out doing whatever they do.
Living their life.
Because I know since I've joined the bike community, I'm gone at least 4 days out of the damn week.
And you got children that you've already raised, right?
I
And for the
do,
most part,
but some people don't.
and see, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? The men on the set, right? That's not, they still got kids that are in high school. You know what I mean? They still got kids that are in grade school or whatever. Some graduating. The thing of it is that now you have to create a space for those that have young boys. Because as a father, I'm not going to put my son that play with himself when he go to this room behind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna do that.
I'm not saying bringing them to the
So, but
biking.
well, I'm just. I
That
mean,
wasn't what I was
well, I just,
saying. So
that's what I heard. Draft, did you
no,
hear
no,
that?
that's why I said I did. I said I'm not saying to you
Draft,
just
did
like
you hear
two or
that? Is
two.
Draft go to sleep?
No, no. What I'm saying is like Backdraft and them have a clubhouse, right?
Draft,
And
did you just
inside his,
doze off?
Huh?
Did you just doze off?
I'm looking at my other phone. I'm looking at the
Okay, my
comments.
but
bad.
no, what I'm saying is like Backdraft Club has a clubhouse, right?
Right.
And so they have a spot. And inside they clubhouse, they have men. Let's say they men have boys. I'm asking, that's why I say, is there do as I maybe I should just ask Backdraft because they have a clubhouse and they have men. Do y'all bring y'all sons in and talk with them and teach them as a group? I'm not saying just inside the household. Inside y'all community, do y'all bring them in because y'all so that they can hear from other men?
No, we actually don't because all of our sons are damn near grown. But however, we do scholarships every year. So and we mentor the youth up at Lancaster High School. So so specifically with our club, we're deeply rooted in the city of Lancaster. That's why you're able
Oh,
to play 12-inch speakers on a damn a motorcycle. Don't not one police officer come. You know what I'm saying? So we deeply rooted. So now to answer, I want to piggyback on your to give an answer. Everybody joins motorcycle clubs for a different reason, and sometimes that's just not the reason why they join. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And then it's like what Diska said, it's egos, the competitions, and with the next people. That's why I say everybody got a lane. But then you say, hey man, I didn't sign up for that. A lot of people think motorcycle clubs were created for community service. They weren't though. You just have people in them that do community service. Motorcycle clubs was never created to do community service because having motorcycle clubs came from the outlaw way of life. They weren't around doing no damn community service. So when you have these clubs, you have to ask those questions. And hey man, how do you feel about doing community service? How do you feel about mentoring young men? And it actually has to be something as a whole that your club is up for before it becomes a reality.
Hmm.
hmm yeah, that's what I was just meaning. Like, because y'all have your own club, and I'm not even saying mentoring other young men that are in the community because I feel like like I have a group of young ladies that I hang with. They are between the ages of 25 and 36. I'm 45. I'm considered TT.
Yeah.
So in my hanging with them, I call them out on their bullshit. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying I gotta reach everybody out, but I can reach the people that are around me. So in y'all's clubs, I know you said in your club y'all old, but y'all kids old, and I get that because y'all old in the motherfucker. But uh, they kids finna. I'm sure they kids got kids because y'all that old. So or do y'all talk to them as a group? Is there a way to get
We
y'all
don't.
to have group meetings within the in
Yeah,
y'all's
but we
club?
don't.
Not
But
saying the community.
right, but we don't. We don't have. That's not a thing for us. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like Draft says, shit. Our children are, well, mine is super grown. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I said because
Yeah,
y'all
hey man,
grandparents.
don't even matter. I got a grandchild. You know what I'm saying? And I
That's
love her.
y'all grandparents. That's
So,
what I said.
so now that I'm a grandparent, I got a very impressionable mind in front of me that I'm concerned about now. Now, when I'm outside, I think about the community because this is a part of what I'm a part of. The whole reason why I joined the motorcycle club is because I seen the unity in the community. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to be a part of that, right? So that happened in '06, and I'm still a part of, you know what I'm saying, this 20 years later. And I don't want to change it, but I do understand that there are circumstances where we have to be careful. Like Draft and I was talking about last night, he kind of caught the edge of a conversation that I was having because if you consider the big bro, you need to have a little bit more of an understanding about the people that's around you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in a position to lead the next generation to become where you are, as opposed to saying, man, I don't want to be a part of that bullshit. Nobody that has their own club says that they want people to look at them like, man, I don't want to be a part of that bullshit. Because if you don't create a lane for people to come in, it's gonna die. It's gonna wither away because we're not living forever. So when Draft said earlier, it's a young man's game. All of this shit is a young man's game. It's time for us at 52 and Winky in 7, 8 years when you reach us that you should be in the process of trying to relax, not fight a motherfucker every time you turn around.
I
Draft
only
said
fight
that was
when you
for
be mad.
the young bucks go to war, and the old folks we here for the education. We here to teach you niggas how to get in line and fight. But we ain't teaching them that. You know what we did? It's okay if you don't want to fight. It's okay because we've been trained at we've been uh, educated to the point where it's not okay. You better not. You. So now because we wasn't able to, we give our kids a language, we give them privilege, and we give them the ability to tell us what they can and can't do, or what they will and won't do, or what they're capable of. And I got tendonitis in my ankle. You know what I'm saying? I got, you know, I yeah, I got 10 fingers, but two of them is broke. Come on, man. This is, we dealing with a bunch of children that don't understand nothing for the most part. And I can't say all. We just have some children that's just not going to get what we're trying to teach them.
Right. And the thing about that is that, like I said, then you have to have the mentality and the mindset with the men also, because a lot of guys, they didn't sign up for that. And, there are different lanes that you join in the motorcycle club. They didn't sign up for that. Me personally, I've been doing community service ever since I was able to do community service. So it comes second nature to me. But
Right.
you got guys, believe it or not, that's on this set to ride their motorcycle and, like they say, fuck bitches. So, it's just, hey, and if that's your
No
expectation,
money.
and if that's your expectation, then you don't have a lot of goals and ambitions.
Right.
I mean, that's
Right.
just my take on it, so it is what it is, man. We're gonna keep on pushing.
Yeah. Well, again, like I say, you know what I'm saying. We gotta figure out a way to get things corrected within, our community, whether it be black or motorcycle. The,
Right,
the the cool thing about what we do as a people is that we've been granted the permission to live every day, right? Like it's a privilege for us to be where we are right now. Man, 50 years, 45 years ago, I never would have seen myself sitting on the screen with two people that I care about, having a conversation that's necessary, and doing the shit that we doing when we get to hang out. You get what I'm saying? Now, yeah, 47 minutes is a little while, but when you want to do motorcycle shit, 47 minutes is only 15.
right.
So if I'm spending my 47 minutes, then I don't want to come to deal with no bullshit, especially from the big
Facts,
bros.
facts.
Yeah.
So if Winky is out, you know what I'm saying, out kicking it with us and shit, she don't know what's going on because she ain't really peeping because she's never had a situation. She could potentially get caught up in some bullshit. Now, Backdraft on the other hand, he could look across the parking lot and see two people winking at each other, and it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Let me run over here and let me try to resolve this issue because he see that it's not looking good. You know, those are the things. When I'm out on the block with Winky and her youngsters, when you talk about TT, oh yeah, somebody go help. Everybody stopping and pausing. I've witnessed this shit. You know what I'm saying? So when they look at, and I might just be the old nigga that just pop. Oh, that's Winky old homeboy or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the old man we coming up here saying Winky or some shit. You know that's some weird ass shit. Nigga ain't no old ass nigga like that. But anyway,
He is definitely the
Hey man,
old
I did
man
the
that
same
comes through
thing.
when.
They be like, "Hey, man, it took me a while to get used to that shit, school and all that.
now
What's up, school?" I'm like, "Nigga,
school
what
threw
about
me
from
under
school?"
the man. School threw me under the bus, bro.
But
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
ain't gonna lie, I like being TT. I love it
I like being, hey,
because
at this
and
point in my
and they
life, I like
listen
being
to
Unc
me.
in school.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, cause that
I
I
mean
like
we ain't
being
on
really
Unc in
that
get
school.
bullshit.
I get to share my experiences. They listen. I mean, it's some people out here that really want to know when they fucking up and somebody to hold them accountable. In life, that's the problem. A lot of parents don't hold their kids accountable for shit.
Right.
And accountability is a big part of life. If you're not
Yeah,
accountable for anything, you got to be accountable for your goddamn self, and they're not. So when you think about the consequences of life, they like shit. Mama got it. Mama gonna come get me. They go to jail. First person they call is mama. I'm gonna tell you, my mama taught me so much accountability. Every time I went to jail, the first thing I said is, "Don't call my mom. Call
mm,
everybody except my mama." You
Right.
know why? Because she taught me accountability. If you did it, you got to do the consequences, not somebody else.
Yes.
So if I fucked
yeah,
up, guess what I knew I had to have? Bitch, you better have some bond money because Linda ain't coming. Don't even call.
And ain't nobody put no GoFundMe out for our old ass. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Whatever we do at this point, we fuck.
You
right,
gotta be
right.
you gotta have some type of accountability. And it starts at home. I'm gonna tell you to the simple shit is this. This is one thing that I know we as parents lack, and so our kids don't have accountability. Let's say you off work backdraft because did your daughter graduate already? She's still in school.
No, she's a senior.
She's a senior. Okay. Your senior go to school, she call you, she know you out. Daddy, I left my such and such at home. What you gonna do?
Shit, I'm gonna go take it to her.
Now go back in the day. You at school, you go to the office. You call your mama on the landline. She at home because back in the day, most our mamas didn't work. They stayed at home. They was,
Shit, mine,
whatever. I don't know. But
mine.
anyway, you called your mama or your parents. She off today. Mama, I left my glasses at home. Well, I bet your motherfucking ass ain't gonna read nothing today.
Exactly,
Cause
exactly. They
she
ain't coming
held
to take
you
that upstairs.
accountable. We don't hold that's some simple shit. Just accountability that we don't our kids like. If we fuck up, if we don't do it, our mama gonna do it.
You're right.
We don't even make our kids do shit for the simple fact we don't want to be bothered with it. I'm guilty of it. It's a lot of times I go in there like for the holidays. My mama get on my ass. I cook a whole meal because I cook every holiday for my family. Instead of calling my daughter in there to help me cook, my mama will come over and she'll say, "Where that girl at?" I say, "Shit, she in there in her room. Why she ain't in this kitchen helping you cook or wash these dishes?" You know my reply to my mama? It's easier to do it without her in here. I ain't gotta keep telling her shit. That's where we fuck
Mm,
up as parents. Our parents didn't give a fuck if we was retaining or not. You get your motherfucking ass in there and you stand here. You either wash these dishes or you watch me cook. One or the other. You ain't finna be in your goddamn room on that motherfucking phone acting like I ain't in here working.
Facts.
You gonna know how to do something. I just got onto one of my homegirls. Her niece has a disease, and not a disease, but a medical condition, right? And she's now graduated from high school, and she's about to go off to college. Her medical condition is a food disease, but she's never had to go buy her own grocery. She's never had to cook for herself or none of that. What's gonna happen when she get to college in another state? What's she gonna do?
Starved to death.
Or something's gonna be fucked up because she don't know. Because for so long, we've done everything for our kids.
Mm-hmm.
We've never taught them how to do for themselves and how to survive in this world that we know how to survive in.
Right.
That goes back to the self control with Carmelo Anthony. He probably never thought, or his parents never taught him how to compose himself in certain situations. So when he got into it, anger took control. He like, shit, fuck it.
Hearsay.
I'm just saying hearsay, but in
Allegedly.
situations,
Allegedly.
allegedly, that's what happened. But what I'm saying is, we haven't taught our kids because we've so been on the battlefield for our kids and done everything so our kids didn't have to, that they don't know how to live out here.
That's real talk.
They don't know how to survive if we don't tell them.
Yeah. I mean, it all makes sense. But the youth at this point, because I do believe that at this point, at our age, once Backdraft daughter graduation goes off to college, and the next 4 or 5 years, you know what I'm saying, he'll be that, and then she'll be family then. You know what I mean? Her daughter, but she's family because now he's taking care of all the responsibilities, up to that point. A lot of times you got people, at our age, if you got a 7 or 8 year old, I ain't saying you did it wrong. I'm saying like you, my nigga, come on, really? They pull out game weak in the motherfucker,
Right.
man.
You
You supposed, and I'm telling y'all, man, at this age in our life, even you, Wiki, being 45, you should be moving towards the comfort side of your life, not the work hard side of your life. We shouldn't be working hard, which means that there are people that are in our junior, or our, you know what I'm saying, our sophomore, that in the 30s to 35 should be schooling these young motherfuckers, not us. We should have done that shit. A generation is 25 years, but if you break that down, every 5 to 7 years is a new generation of people that we should have already spoken to. But our generation got pimps, hoes, dope fiends, and prostitutes and hoes for education. Because a lot of
Right.
us at this age, we got a little bit more street knowledge. Well, guess what? The parents is taking the kids out of the street. The problem is that you can't take everybody out of the street because everybody don't have the opportunity to live in a nicer neighborhood.
right.
So, henceforth, is the reason why they can't regulate their anger, because just like you just said, Mom, I left my glasses. Your motherfucking ass ain't gonna see the day. This is how we talk. This is how we was talked to. Get your stupid ass somewhere and sit down. Cause if I gotta tell you to do this shit one more motherfucking time, I'm going to beat your ass.
So would you say we were dumb to being bullied unless it was like severe bullying? Because
Our
nowadays
Right.
these
parents,
kids
our
are so
parents
weak.
bullied us. That's bullying. You telling me you gonna beat my ass if I do this shit, or if I don't do what you tell me to do? Like, goddamn, like what the fuck? So when I go to school and a motherfucker like, I told your stupid ass, and you just, now all of a sudden you a troubled child. But that don't
No,
even.
we didn't. No, that's why I'm saying that's why I think it's different. Because back when we was growing up,
Winky,
I the
hold up.
way listen, go ahead. Say what you gonna say so I can say what I'm gonna say.
How many fights you had from the time you turned 15 to 21?
A lot.
Exactly. It wasn't because your mama didn't teach you what not to do. It was because you
But
did what you wanted to do.
no, but see, that's why I was finna go to that. Okay, listen. I didn't have fights because people talked crazy to me or I was bullied because that's what I was going to say. Growing up in a hard household like that where my mama talked crazy to me, when motherfuckers said crazy shit, it didn't affect me. I think we grew up with a tougher skin. We didn't fight because motherfuckers talked about us. Nowadays, you got these weak ass parents raising these weak ass kids, and can't nobody say shit to them as they want to go shoot up the motherfucking school, or they want to fight, or they want to do this, or they want to do that. We didn't do that. We only really fought if you fucked with us, like literally fucked with us. It had to be severe bullying. Like nowadays, if you talk about my mama too hard, we gonna fight. Back in the day, you talk about my mama, I talk about your mama, and we go home at the end of the day. But these kids,
Unless my
they
mama
weak,
died. My mama died.
right? Don't talk about my mama, she dead. But then you don't talk about her no more. That was the end of it. Nowadays, you talk about my mama, she dead. You dead tomorrow because you talk about my dead mama.
Right.
Times have changed, but
My mama
that
dead.
man, bro, that nigga stupid. I can't win. See, that's why this
Don't be
live
talking
got to
about
be
my
over.
mama.
Say, nigga, we fight over our mama. We don't really fuck with the daddy.
Nigga,
We
the
talk
dad
about
don't
dad.
mean shit. Fuck your whole ass daddy, nigga. Fuck your nasty ass daddy, nigga. Y'all got the
Say
same
something about
daddy.
my mama.
Say something about my mama if you want to. But that's a
So
whole
what
nother
that mean?
conversation. That's a
So
whole
what
nother
that?
conversation. That's a
See,
whole
that go back
nother
to
conversation.
touch me if you want to.
The baddest
What
one.
that if you want to mean?
Look, the baddest one. The baddest one knocked this off my shoulder. And once that motherfucker
Yeah.
come off, if you ain't swaying, you a bitch. And they gonna talk, we gonna talk bad
You a
about you.
bitch. A whole bitch.
Man, that nigga knocked that motherfucker off your shoulder. You ain't even do nothing. So now he can't go in any type of setting and talk and play with his homeboy like, nigga, if you touch me, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. You didn't beat that other nigga ass when he knocked that chip off your shoulder. So,
But
that,
somebody said, Clifton Rozier on there said he had a question. I'm anxious to know what the question is.
Mr. Rozier don't even like to show up to hear the kind of question you got. What you got, Mr. Rozier?
Oh, oh shit. Is that him?
Yeah, Mister, I'll be there tomorrow and never.
Yeah, man, yeah, never show up.
Oh, god.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
damn, dog.
And they
I got a
sitting around
question
for
for you,
four
nigga.
hours. You know what I'm saying?
What's his question?
Yeah, man, he'll get to it. But anyway, Draft, you was saying
Shit, I forgot.
it don't even matter because
Oh,
I got enough of it. My mama dead.
hey, let me tell you something. I was saying that I've never had a fight
Right.
with somebody that's talked about my daddy. Never. But you talk about my goddamn mama, I'm ready to throw your ass across the street. I want to bury these hoes. I'm like, bitch, you ain't gonna say nothing about mama. Miscellany, why are you
Man.
in here talking about my mama? Nigga, don't talk about my mama. You can talk about my dad, don't talk about my motherfucking mama.
But how many people really
Shit.
use that as an excuse though? Like you don't really give a fuck because you cuss your mama out as soon as she tell you to go wash them goddamn dishes. But
Yeah.
you better
But
not talk about
that's
my
my
mama.
mama. I can do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's
That
like
shit funny.
I can talk about you, but can't nobody else talk about you.
And you need to stop. Because you is getting beside yourself.
Jeff, what was that question Mr. Rozier had?
He ain't answered. He ain't shit. He ain't showed up yet. Shit.
So he
See,
gonna
that's what we
say
trying
the
to
nigga
say.
ain't gonna, he gonna get out the show. He ain't
Man, I'm
coming.
not even gonna be on her
He,
waiting on.
he
I
ain't
ain't even
coming.
gonna be on her waiting. Say on a lighter note. On a lighter note.
He ain't gonna show up to answer the question, man. Ask the question. And then
On a lighter
you'll
note.
answer the question and he won't show up to get the answer. Man,
Whatever
I
you
got
want
off
me
that
to.
thing, man. I was just moving around, man. I don't I don't be sitting around for too long.
What was you finna say, Draft? On a lighter note,
Yeah, I don't like it though, man. I bought me a fishing pole that shit.
man, I've been wanting to go fishing for real. When you going?
Shit,
I got a schedule all day.
I'm going
Man,
next week because I'm
no,
gonna get
damn,
this
one
week
of you
out the
niggas
way.
know how to fish.
No, I'm not a fish. I just ain't been a while to buy me a new pole.
So you ain't got your pole wet in a while, huh?
Oh goddamn, I'm out of here.
Okay, nah, for real, Draft. Nah.
It's
Do
always
you
one. It's all y'all seen it was the woman that started this shit this time. We was talking about fishing pole, and she had to go and get dirty with your little nasty ass. And you better not be having
Ah,
your ass in that room playing with yourself tonight. Keep that
oh,
goddamn door open. You better not close that door. Keep that goddamn door open.
look
this
nasty
kid, this
ass?
kid, hey, this you done said that shit now. I can't unsee it. Now I'm gonna see Winky. I'm like, hey, wait, I can't unsee it now. God damn.
Also, now you want to get your pole wet.
he, ain't been, he ain't been fishing in a minute. Now you know how to fish for real,
Oh,
Draft, or do you just be at the lake?
no, I'm not a fish, but mostly I catch and release. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't fished in a while, but what I'm doing is I'm just catching up with something different. I mean,
Say,
something that's gonna
man.
give me a sense of normalcy, man.
Say,
Yeah,
man.
fishing is peace.
look, look.
Man, fuck dude.
Rocket go out about damn Wiki one draft zero.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Winky, you got me like a motherfucker. She said you had your pole with it, and I was like, oh my god, you got me. I ain't gonna lie. I had a comeback. I had a comeback,
Man,
but
Don't
God
do it.
damn.
Don't give the people nothing, Draft. Don't give them nothing.
I can't get the people nothing, man. I had a good ass comeback. I can't get the people nothing.
You'll tell me when you
I
see me
can't get.
Friday.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell
Say,
you when I
man.
see
I am not y'all childish as a motherfucker, man.
you. That motherfucker said, so yeah, that's a pole wet in the wild. God damn.
man.
Lord have
See,
mercy.
see, Draft, that's why y'all asked earlier, could I be on social media for 2 weeks? Hell no. Do y'all know the shit that I post on social media? Do you think the
Man,
people could live without me for 2 weeks? I
yeah,
Man.
cause
have
you be
people
on.
literally, they message me. I ain't gonna even lie. Like, I literally have people messaging me and they like, hey, are you okay? Like, everything going good? Cause like you haven't posted anything crazy in a while. Like, what's going on? I'm like, bro, I just been chilling. No, something's gotta be wrong. Been like, I just ain't had much to say. No, no, but people look
Yeah,
forward to the shit that I say on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah. Your
Now,
shenanigans.
it's a handful of people that believe what the fuck I say on Facebook, and those are the ones that fuck them, let them believe what they want. But I love to be entertainment on Facebook. I say whatever a motherfucker think I won't say.
well, I tell you what, yeah, I went and bought me a pole today. I made sure it was a long pole.
Say,
Okay.
man.
So when I
Don't
throw it in
really,
that
you
water,
don't really reel some in, huh?
Man, say,
reel
man.
something in, man. We throw that pole in that water and shit. It's a bait
I hope you
caster.
got a thick enough line, because if you don't, it's gonna break.
Hey man,
Now,
that nigga just gonna put a weight on the edge of that hook and keep just dipping that bitch and reeling it back in.
that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a weight on the edge of that hook and in and out
Hook
that
and
and go
sinker.
in and out that water.
Hook and sinker.
I'm gonna go in and out that water. Put that weight on that hook. I'm gonna go in and out that water.
That nigga say he on the catch release. He ain't keeping the motherfucking thing.
I ain't keeping shit. That's exactly. Hey, there you go. I ain't keeping
But I
shit.
ain't did it in
I'm
a
catching.
while. Look at
I'm
ass.
catching. I'm catching and releasing. Shit. That mean I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna throw you back out there, bitch.
Right.
God damn, man.
Hey,
Hold on. That sounded
what?
personal.
Hey, wasn't good enough to eat.
Damn. Hey, Rocket. Winky too.
Oh my god.
I knew I shouldn't have
Shit.
got on this
Hey,
live with y'all tonight.
Wasn't good enough. Think it's got too many goddamn bones in them.
Say, man, God damn, man, hold up, man. You gonna spit the gristle out?
Now you
Nah, I
accidentally
ain't gonna.
swallow.
God damn, Winky 3. Winky 3.
Damn, then you blew all your smoke out your mouth.
That's
That
AI.
done, hey,
That's
Rocky
AI.
said, just don't. Rocky said, just don't put no crabs out that water. Shit.
Say, I'm
Oh
telling you.
man, God, what are we talking about, man? Are we talking about fishing still?
Because if you stay close to the bank, that's what them crabs be. You got to go deep in the water.
Oh man, the crabs are surface mounted.
Nah, they closer to
But
the
I, done-
bank.
but I done had some times I went deep in that water and shit. Seemed like it was so deep, I couldn't feel nothing. I was like, God damn, fuck with my psyche. I ain't gonna even
Oh,
lie
the
to you.
fish wasn't biting. The fish wasn't biting that
Nah,
deep.
his weight wasn't heavy enough. His weight
No,
wasn't heavy enough. That's when you got to get a heavier weight draft.
man, I am not trying to keep fucking y'all, man.
Oh man, I'm gonna die.
This motherfucker comeback, this wicked motherfucker comeback is awesome, man.
Say man, we go that
God
bullshit.
damn.
You letting her handle you like that, bro.
Hey man, the crazy part about it, this shit, I ain't got nothing to say.
Rocky say you down 6, bro.
Yo,
hey, hey, was that inches? My bad, my bad, my
No,
bad, my bad.
no, shit. While you bullshit 6 inches, all right. Shit,
I wouldn't know.
shit, hell you, but she
say,
know. She's
say, man, can I tell y'all some real funny shit? Y'all know I do hair
what?
for a living, right? So people
Uh,
come in and they be like, "Yeah, I was wondering, can I get about 6 inches cut off? Can y'all see my hand? I don't wear my hand. Can I get about 6 inches cut off, bro? Let me tell you. I say, is this man inches or real inches? Because if this nigga been telling you this 6 inches, bitch, you've been lied to. I'm just saying, you got to tell me, is these real inches or man inches? Because man 6 inches is
right.
way different from real 6 inches.
Jay, man.
But you gotta count them inches from your body out. See, you can't count them. You can't count the inches
Ah,
from your
this
Dang,
nigga
balls out.
counting
man.
from the skin out. Nigga, you can't count the part where the balls at. Get you going in balls, nigga.
No, you gotta count the part where
Oh
your
shit.
body start from your
No,
Oh my
body
god.
all the
Oh
way
my
out.
no,
god.
Yeah,
nah. Yeah, see, that's it. Yep, them the lies.
yeah, nigga, you can't. Your balls gonna rest. They gonna rest anyway unless you pop them up
Oh
against
my
it.
god,
They gonna
man.
rest in.
Boy, yep.
Hey,
But
I ain't old
Jeff,
But
enough
you
then
for
when
get
you
a
pop
heavier
them up,
weight.
hey, depending on how hard you pop them up against, you gonna fuck around and have testicular. Well, I forgot what they call it, aka blue ball. They'll slow your ass
Testicular.
down.
Say, man. Draft, draft,
Yeah.
draft. This ain't that ain't.
Just get a heavier
Hey,
weight,
hey,
bro.
remember,
Just get a
remember
heavier
earlier in the
weight.
conversation I said black people need to just say, you know what, that ain't my fight. That ain't
Say,
my fight.
I can't keep going back with her, man. I can't keep going back with her. All I know is Alan said this what the doors of the church is open. Yeah, Rock, this what I do because that girl preaching, man. Hey, I can't come back with it. I'm not quick enough. I'm not going to lie to you.
Come on in the room.
Ooh, y'all a mess. Y'all a mess.
Look, man, listen, I understand that you guys took out a greater part of your evening to come hang out with everybody else for 2 hours of shit after we just hung out last night. And I want to say,
Yeah,
man, you guys are awesome. I'm glad that all I did was had to say something, and both of you guys were like, "Shit, hell yeah," you know what I'm saying? But I said all that to say that, man. I appreciate you guys taking the time out, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all for the rest of the night, even though we, you know, having a little fun at the end and shit, man. But the matters that we talked about earlier in the conversation was very serious. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Even if you
right.
talking about my mama, cause my mama dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my dead mama and shit. So, with that being said, man, I do want to uh, introduce Winky and Backdraft. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know these people, man. But go follow these people, man. Draft be on some shit that'll make you like, God damn. And then Winky she'll post some shit and make you say, God damn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's two different.
yeah.
It's a difference. It's the goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it's the goddamn. What the fuck wrong with her? You know what I'm saying? That's the two goddams that we got as a people. You know what I'm saying? There's some other goddams too. Just so you know. But draft, man, please tell everybody what you got going on this weekend, man. Let's push that shit, bro.
Man, it's the DT Mile 27th anniversary Summer Splash Whiteout weekend, man. Friday night, we got the meet and greet at the Hotel Dex with the great band, Soulful Sounds Party Band in the house from 8 to 12. And then that Saturday, we got the swim party, the actual Summer Splash swim party. And then that Saturday night, we got the all whiteout anniversary party, man. If you haven't got, well, it's kind of too late to get your bands now, unless you can get the pole wet. But other than that, nah, I'm just tripping. I'm just tripping. But other than that, man, y'all come on out. We're gonna have a good time. Hotel Dax, 14315 Midway Road in Allison, Texas. One stop shop, man. My boy DC gonna be in the house. My girl Winky gonna be in the house. DJ T Rock is gonna be on, aka Dante L. Allen, aka Rock, is gonna be on the ones and twos at the swim party. And DJ Fields, 97.9 The Beat, gonna be at the night party, and DJ Wait a Minute gonna be at the Friday night meet and greet. Man, we just gonna have a good time and come and fellowship and hang out, man. And last night was the precursor. That told the story, man. So we just gonna keep on pushing, man.
All
Make
right.
sure you come out this weekend and get wet.
With your pole.
Get your pole wet and get wet.
Oh my God.
Be a
make
wet
sure,
weekend.
Get
Ain't
you
it
make,
back.
called a
make,
Hey,
splash
hey,
something?
hey, hey,
make
and
sure
I'm gonna tell you,
make sure you
fellas,
wait.
you
Make
probably
sure you
can't
wait
get.
heavy enough. Make sure you wait
Yeah,
heavy
you
enough.
probably. Yeah, you probably. Hey, and fellas, you probably be able to get your pole wet. So you never
Hey,
know.
They said they supposed to be splashing this weekend. If y'all know what that means.
but only if you're married.
Oh, I don't
Mm,
know nothing about that.
no, no. Make
I
sure you
don't know nothing
come. If
about
you
that,
married,
dog.
leave your wife at home. I'm be there this weekend.
Damn.
Oh
Boy, that's some
shit.
cold shit. Hey, y'all better pull up. You don't know what you gonna see this weekend in
I
Addison.
got my
DT
white
Mob.
ready.
Ready. Man, I think mine still got
Even on her
stains in it
period.
from last year.
Y'all have a good night.
Stan. Wow.
It's been
Y'all have a
real.
good night, man.
All right,
Peace.
y'all. Yeah, man. We want to shout out to Winky and Draft again, man, for coming on tonight, man. Entertaining. It's always good talking to these people, man. We always can share, you know what I'm saying, information. And hey, Rocket, man, I appreciate the conversation today too, bro. So you know what I'm saying. We're going to have you on, man. We might need to get just a bunch of men to come in, hang out, and let's talk about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in our community. It starts with us, and let's see how we work it out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. God bless you. Good night.